Grandfather used to say you can't eat lawns. Yeah, well anyway, a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, ripped up all the lawn and planted garden. So you can see all the comfrey. Oh, I planted fruit trees, apples, all sorts of fruit actually, plums, grapefruit, lemons, passion fruit, what else? Oh, nectarines, elderberries, all sorts of berries, different types of berries, and what else? Feijoas. Well, there's the grapes. They've only just started coming on because it's been only like just over a year since we planted those. Lemons, got a water tank, and yeah, trying to do the whole permaculture thing, you know, grow as much food as you can. This year we've got a heap of pumpkins. I think we've got about 12 or 15 pumpkins, and we didn't even plant them, they just seeded themselves from our compost. Pretty awesome. One thing I like is getting all of the wild herbs. They're so good for us. Wild herbs are better than the veggies. They're much stronger because they're like naturally seed themselves. Like the dandelion, puha. What else we got? Chickweed. We've got bitty bit, pity pity. This stuff. Comfrey. It's a really good medicine as well, using the small leaves. And it's also a nitrogen fixer, so good for the soil, good for the fruit trees. What other herbs have we got? Chickweed. What else is there? Plantain's real good. Yeah, so anyway, herbs are super good. People look at a lot of permaculture gardens and think, oh, what a mess. And I think they don't know what they're looking at, you know. They don't know the goodness and clearing stuff out and making it all nice and tidy, like what people like, is actually done. It's bad for the soil. So you always really want to have cover on your soil because it helps to keep the microorganisms alive. This year it's been really bad for bad for a whole lot of things really. Tomatoes haven't been growing. Yeah, it's just been one of those seasons. Well, you know, we can expect it all with the whole global warming thing. Things have changed. So yeah, we've covered our whole property and garden. Ripped up all the lawns. Grow food, not lawns. That's what it's about. And we put in a bath. I'm going to show you the bath. Had a bath last night, it was so good. Put the magnesium in there, help you relax. Oh, here's another. This beautiful nectarines on this tree. And that's just from throwing a pup out the window. Next minute, got a tree there. Next minute, can't get around it. So here we've got a whole lot of raspberries and an apple tree, and this apple tree is called Monty Surprise. It has huge apples, beautiful apples, and we just turned those apples because it's supposed to be the strongest antioxidant variety of apple that was discovered by, I don't know, somebody in Wanganui, I think. Yeah, Monty Surprise. So we make cider vinegar out of it because we want to really use the goodness out of those. And this, there's our bath. And that bath, put it all in ourselves. Fire bath, fire underneath it and all of that. But what I've done is I put a whole lot of piping in, so It's just piping going underneath this little balcony thing here, and it comes out, it goes into the soil, so that, and I put small holes in it so that it runs out slowly, and then it can feed the apple tree and the raspberries. Don't want to waste the water. And there's another, it also goes around and it goes into there, and so there's another nectarine tree in there and some more plants. So yeah, the water can actually feed straight from the bath and out into the, actually I've got to pull the plug out. So I'm just going to make that go slow so I can seep into the ground. Downstairs we've got more food, producing more food. More food you can produce on your property, the better. So yeah, it's amazing what you can get out of a small piece of land, The more the better. You don't want to be shopping, buying a whole lot of crap, plastic, sprayed food shit. It's just not on.